Hey, hello, my name is Sarah, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons, my long play over here on More Sezrawrr. We are a 3-star island, we are doing 3-star island things, but tonight is an After Dark episode, and I'm looking rather fabulous tonight because I've just come back from my work Christmas party, and I feel like doing a couple of little things in Animal Crossing tonight. This is probably going to be a really short episode. It is a later night tonight than I would normally be playing, but there's a couple of creatures that I need to catch before the end of December, and one of them can be caught after 9 p.m, and it is after 9 p.m, so we're going to get into Here's What You Missed on Sezurbia, but you might be getting voiceover Here's What You Missed on Sezurbia, because I'm just itching to get right into tonight. So with that being said, here's what you missed on Sezurbia. Alright, you guys, voiceover Sarah here to fill you in on what you missed on Sezurbia. So we are coming into Thursday afternoon to check what the turnip prices are doing because like I mentioned in the end of last episode, I wasn't able to check the turnip prices for Thursday morning. Here we have Miss Isabel who says, "Hello there, everyone." Right now on Sezurbia, it's 3:23 p.m. on Thursday, December 11th, 2025. Now for today's announcements. Today, we have a visitor staying at the campsite. Ooh, very exciting. I hope our guest is able to see what it is that makes Sezurbia such a special place. And with that, I'll get back to work supporting you in your enjoyment of our island. Now, you may have noticed there was no game sound. My game audio didn't record during this bit, but let's see. The current price for turnips is 60 bells per turnip. Concerned. Anyway, we need to check the prices on Seztopia. They were 148 bells per turnip. So I was then like, what do I do? Because at this point, I was hoping that if we were in either of the spike trends that I would be seeing a much better price than this. So while I was deciding whether I was going to be selling my turnips over on Seztopia, I decided to go and check in with the villager at the campsite, see who was staying. And while I was on my way there, I found Gullivar. So we're going to be helping Gullivar as well. But who was staying in the campsite was the question on my mind. Will I be making another plot for them? Let's see. Okay, so we have this little bear cub, Poncho. Do you live here? Awesome to meet you. I'm Poncho. And look, Poncho, I'm sorry. You're just straight away not on my dreamy list. I know that for certain. So we will not be having Poncho come and live with us. So then after that, I went to go and speak to Gullivar, who when I managed to rouse him said, achoo. Blimey, I be freezing me webbed tootsies off. How long was I soaking up seawater this time? Just look at the state I'm in. The tips of me wings are as wrinkled and limp as soggy sargassum. Blech. Shiver me timbers, if it ain't me matey Sezrawrr again. Say, what is it about this island? Folks be fearing me buccaneering from Crocodile Isle to Keelhaul Key, but the waves always lead me here. It's the place to be. It's probably just a coincidence. I should call me crew for a pickup. So long as I got me trusty old communicator, I'll be just, Oh me gosh! Me trusty communicator has gone and vanished. Those waves bopped me around like an inflatable beach ball. The thing must have slipped out of me pocket. That means I'm lost at sea. I'll have to wait for me buccaneer buddies to find me on their own. That could take quite a bit of time. I'm still workshopping me pirate puns, so those are sure to run out fast. I'm begging ye, matey, will ye help me find me communicator? And I said yes. And we all know how this goes. I've got to put on my diving suit and I've got to go and dive for it. So I'm not going to go through all of that process with you. But I will just let you know that we did, in fact, find the communicator after finding a couple of other things. And this is when I realized that my game sound wasn't recording. So I managed to fix that. So then giving Gullivar his communicator back. Once we had found it, he said, that's it. That's me precious communicator. He's such a happy guy. I thank ye with all me heart, matey, with extra cherries on top even. Now I can contact me faithful crew. And that's where I decided to leave it with Gullivar, because while I was doing all that for Gullivar, I decided that I was going to sell some turnips over on Seztopia at 148 bells each. I decided I wasn't going to sell all of them because I wanted to see what the prices were doing over on Seztopia for Friday morning and see maybe we were going to have a little bit more profit. I don't know. So I decided to bring 3,000 turnips with me to Seztopia to sell because that would bring me almost to the point of how much I spent on turnips to begin with this week. So I figured if I could break even, then anything else we make will be profit, right? So look at all the fine things you've bought in today. Allow me just a moment to run the numbers. And done. I can buy these from you for a total of 444,000 bells. Sound good? And I said yes. So that puts us at about 11,000 bells below what we paid for turnips this week. So we are almost at breaking breaking even with what I have just sold. So that was fine. So then we flew back home because that's all I needed to do on Sezurbia. Thank you, Sezurbia, for having the better price on Thursday afternoon. And then once we got back to Sezurbia, I got the money tree all sorted because we had the money tree and got that sorted. Needed to get that in the money tree spot. And while I was putting the money tree in the money tree spot, Pashmina had a reaction moment with me. She says, "Yo, Sezrawrr, you ever had a hard time putting your foot down on something? If someone won't listen to what you're saying, you gotta have the right reactions ready, like this. No, nuh-uh, nothing doing." And just like that, you've hit him with disagreement. You gotta stand your ground sometimes, kidders. I learned the disagreement reaction. Oh, no, 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 no. Very good. Thank you so much for that, Pashmina. But that was all that I had for Thursday afternoon. We are now coming into Friday morning to again see what the turnip prices were doing. So Miss Isabel says, good morning, everyone. Right now in Sezurbia, it's 8:59 a.m. on Friday, December 12th, 2025. Kix is here with a fresh batch of shoes, socks, and bags for sale. If your footwear is getting thin or you want to treat yourself to a new bag, be sure to stop by the plaza. Now, Kix doesn't really have anything ever that I want, so it's fine. Anyway, that's all for today. Have a fun day out there. That's all good because I only really had time to check for turnip prices for Friday morning before I went to work. So, Sezrawrr, welcome, welcome. What do you need today? Let's check what the turnip prices were doing. The current price for turnips is 55 bells per turnip. At this point, I'd pretty much given up on Sezurbia having any kind of good prices, but let's see if we have a better price on Sezurbia for Friday morning. The current price for turnips is 139 bells per turnip. That immediately concerned me, and I decided that the better choice to make would be to just immediately go and take the remaining 2,000 turnips that I had left to sell, return to Sezurbia, and sell them for that price, because I don't think we're going to get better than the 148 bells per turnip that we had on Thursday afternoon. So I will be able to tell you the profit that I made. So look at all the fine things you bought in today. Give me a moment to run the numbers, and done. I can buy these from you for a total of 278,000 bells. That did sound good, which meant that overall we got 722,000 bells for the turnips this week, which means the profit that we made was 267,000 bells. It's not very much, but it's profit nonetheless. I do think that was the right decision because I did also check the turnip prices on Friday afternoon just out of curiosity, and the turnip prices on Sezurbia had gone back down to 120 bells per turnip. So definitely the right call, but here we are returning back to Sezurbia. That was all the time that I had for Friday morning, and when I checked back in on Friday afternoon to check the prices on Sezurbia, I also found the money spot and got the money tree all sorted. And with that being said, my friends, that is all that you missed on Sezurbia between last episode and this episode. Thank you for allowing me to do this voiceover style. But with that being said, we are now going to get into the main episode of Animal Crossing New Horizons. All right, and with that being said, you guys, here we are with Miss Isabel, who says, good evening, everyone, because like I said, it is the evening time, my friends. Right now on Sezurbia, it's 9:36 p.m. on Saturday, December 13th, 2025. It's another lovely Saturday, and KK is performing in the plaza. We're definitely going to be attending the KK show tonight. I'm all dressed up for it. Let's pretend that that's why I'm dressed up, okay? He loves audience requests, so if there's anything you'd like to hear, stop by the plaza and let him know. Wonderful! We can definitely do that. That's all for today. Have a fun day out there. Thank you so much, Isabel. So we'll do the KK show, and then I'll tell you about 2 things that I need to catch tonight. One of them's going to be really easy. The other might not. But first things first, maybe we should check the mail first, actually. Let's just do that. It's glaring, it's glistening at me right in the face right now. Okay, let's just check this mail. Lots of things, all presents. That's what I like to see. From Red, because we bought a piece of art, the Mystic statue. Fantastic. Let's do that. I don't think I'll donate it tonight. I will chuck it over with the suckerfish ready to donate maybe in the next episode. And then Blue Bear sent us, try this, Sezrawrr. I believe it's super important to be adventurous in fashion, so I got you this piece because it looks like something you'd never wear. Okie dokie. Since I can't see your reaction in person, I'll just assume you love it. I love it too, from Blue Bear. Okay, we'll see what Blue Bear's got us, right? Gullivar gave us a gift for helping him the other day. It's good to be reunited with these mangy scalawags I call me crew. Since you saved me scraggly neck, I want you to have a special reward. It's the bootiest of all me pirate booty, har, from Hatch Batner Gullivar. Thank you so much, Gullivar. See what he gave us. And then we've got a present from Huck, who says, check it out, Sezrawrr. I bet you've never seen art like this before. Art? Did you send me a piece of art, Huck? Neither have I, which is why I bought it for you. I'm dying to know what you think about it, how it makes you feel, how much you love it. Is it like art that we're going to be able to donate to Blathers? I don't know. We'll check it out in a second. It's all good. Thank you so much, Huck. And then from Savannah, between us two, sezrawrr, I can't resist buying anything that makes my home feel like a library. The problem is that sometimes I'll mess up and buy things I already own. Would you be willing to take this so I don't have to feel silly? You're a hoarder friend, Savannah. No worries, Savannah. We'll see what it is, all right? Let's take a look at all of our goodies. Oh, yes, all of the bells from me buying, well, not buying, selling the turnips. Not as many as I would like. But hey, profit is profit, okay? That's fine. All right, we got a cartoonist set. Was that from Savannah? That probably is from Savannah. This is from Huck. What is the piece of art? We've got the informative statue, right? Look, I have had this happen before where I've had villagers buy me actual art pieces that we could donate to Blathers. I'm pretty sure, is the informative statue the Rosetta Stone? It is. We've already got the informative statue donated to Blathers, so I don't need it, but we can check out whether he gave us a piece of fake art or not, because if it's the fake informative statue, it'll be blue. So, does Huck really love me? Did he give me a genuine informative statue? We'll find out in a second. What is this present? We got the Sea Captain's coat, thank you so much, from Gullivar. This present here, a headkerchief. Who do we get that from? I can't remember. I cannot remember. Anyway, present, this one here. This is the Mystic statue. That is the one we do have to donate to Blathers. So let me go and chuck that down just over here. Ready for next time. Let's take a look and see. Did Huck give us a genuine informative statue? You did not, my guy. He gave me a fake. I'm going to have to bin it. Also, that's a mosquito that's coming right for me, and I do need to catch that, okay? I don't want it to bite me. I am allergic to mosquito bites. They, I get big welts. I've mentioned that a lot, sorry. But yes, this is not one of the bugs that I needed to catch before the end of December, but it's one that I did need to catch to donate to Blathers, so it's fine. I caught a mosquito. It's itching for a fight. It would be if it bit me, right? Oh, okay, no worries. Do I have another net? Because there is one bug I'm going to need to catch. I do have a net, I just don't have a net on my person right now. It's over here somewhere. Flimsy axe, watering can, rod, net. That's the one that I need. Thank you so much. Also, I forgot to put the money tree down. You will have seen at the end of the Here's What You Missed on Sezurbia, I dug up the money tree, but I forgot to place it. So I've got an extra money tree. That's fine. Anyway, with that being said, we might go and check out the KK concert right now. See who's out and about, right? Oh, Huck's here. Oh, just Huck. I feel bad. I don't want to interrupt KK while he's singing. Maybe I should just go and handle this money tree that's in my pocket while he's finishing off this song, right? I think it's supposed to be here. That's right. I covered the hole over, and then I was supposed to go back in and place the money tree after, but I forgot, okay? Forgive me for forgetting. That might be too close to Able Sisters. Let's just pop it over here instead, I think. All right. Cool. Cool. KK, have you finished that song yet? Maybe he's just about to. I think he started another one. I'm just gonna talk to KK, it's fine. Well now, if it isn't my #1 fan, you know it, my guy. You swing on by for another song tonight? Sure did. Let's hear it. Cool. Any requests? I can dial up an old favourite, or you can just tell me how you're feeling and I'll groove on it. I'll leave it up to you, my guy. Dealer's choice, huh? Cool. I've got a slick one for you. Take a seat and we'll jam. Nice. Let's take this seat. Right on, I'm tuned up and ready to roll. Who's in the mood for a little KK folk? I don't think we've got KK folk yet. Let's hear it, KK. These little awoos. I love the awoos. Very nice, KK. Thank you for serenading me on this fine Saturday night. Claps indeed. Right on, man. Why don't you give your pockets a glance? I slipped you a bit of the show. Thank you so much, KK. That was like unreal. Thanks for tuning your dial in my direction. Thanks for coming to play again on Sezurbia. All good. Okay, so now we've got that done. That is going towards the KK Mania Nook Miles achievement that we've got. Do we have any other Nook Miles achievements to go over? I don't think we do this time, actually. I don't think I've achieved anything in between last episode and this episode. That would be a no. No worries, so I don't have to check that out. So I don't think I'm really going to focus on Nook Miles Plus tonight either. I mean, I've got the option to sell things. But I think I would rather just get on to the things that I need to do. I need to go diving tonight. I need to also look for a bug in particular. So the bug that I have to catch before the end of December is a firefly. They're super easy to catch. They're pretty common. There's one right there. I just need to catch it. I just need to catch it. I said that they were super easy to catch and then I struggled to catch one. Anyway, there we go. Yes. I caught a firefly. I'm on fire now. I sure am. So that is the December bug that I needed to catch. That was super easy. Thank you so much for that. Just going to delete that off the creature list. And also I can delete the mosquito off the creature list that we caught before. Where is that mosquito? I found it. Okay, so other things that we could potentially find. We could find a Goliath beetle or a rainbow stag. They're both found on trees. The Goliath beetle's found on palm trees. So if I see a bug on a palm tree, I probably need to catch it. But I'm not super fussed because they don't need to be caught by the end of December. I really just need to focus on what needs to be caught by the end of December. And the other thing that I need to catch is a sea creature. It's a firefly squid. It's found after 9 p.m. It's very small and it's slow moving. So I'm hoping that it's going to be easy to catch. I don't know. My wetsuit is over here. I had to empty my pockets when I was taking all of the turnips to Sezurbia, so that's why I didn't have all of that stuff in my pockets, right? I'll wear that, and I just need to put down the firefly and the mosquito that I just making sure I don't accidentally press release on that, right? So I can donate them to Blathers maybe in the next episode. Also, I've got gyroids that I should be able to dig up. I'm not going to do that right now. Like I said, just really focusing. Just making sure I don't see that. I can't even remember which one was the one on the palm trees, right? Was it the Goliath beetle that was on the palm trees? Is the Goliath beetle the one that's like red, black, and white? I can picture it vividly in my head if it is, but we've had extra black roses grow. Nice. And no other black flowers. That's okay though. I'll tend to the garden later. Maybe in my personal time. Maybe not. Maybe I won't tonight. Like I said, it's later than I thought it would be. I spent longer at my work Christmas party than I thought I would. Go me. Look at me. Interacting with people. Doing something social. That is so unlike me. It would be really great if we could catch this, whatever, the firefly? The firefly squid, is it? I've forgotten what it is we're supposed to be catching. Yes, the firefly squid. It would be really great if we could catch that super early, super quickly. So, I can't even picture what the, it's tiny, right? I've just remembered that it is tiny, right? But I can't even remember what the firefly squid looks like, right? But I'm sure I'll know it when I see it because it'll be something I haven't seen before. So I'm just going to spend some time. Oh, this is not going to be it because it's moving quicker than something that moves slow, right? So let's see. I should actually see, do we have any other? Oh yeah, we've got a few other sea creatures we could potentially get right now. We could also potentially get a Giga's giant clam. They're available all day. I was trying to catch one of them last time I did it, diving, right? They're very large and they move very fast, but they are available all day. So that's something we could potentially get. We could also get the sea grapes, which are also available all day. They are small and they move slowly. We could also get a mussel, which again, available all day, are also small and also move slowly. I can't even see that shadow. It's a sea star. That's fine. And then we could get an abalone. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly or not, but it's available after 4 p.m. It's a medium shadow and it moves at a medium speed. We could get the gazami crab, which are available all day, are a medium shadow and again move at a medium pace. Oh, this is moving very quickly. I can't see the size. Oh, it's not moving super quickly though. Quickly enough. It's another mantis shrimp. That's okay. It's fine. And the last thing we could potentially catch is a tiger prawn, which are available after 4 p.m, are a small size and move at a medium pace. So there's a few things that we could catch, but I really need to catch the firefly squid tonight. That would be great. I wasn't planning on doing any fishing, but if we catch what I need to catch, maybe I could do some fishing. Just because we've got some things, we don't have anything that we need to catch by the end of December fishing, but we just do have a lot of things that are available now fishing-wise. A lot of fish have become available as of December, and I would just like to take some of those things off that list, right? Got a lot of sharks that are available at night time. So, you're big, and you're moving slow. You're an urchin. The goth of the ocean. I will never forget that after Blathers told me that the urchins are like the goths of the ocean. Kindred spirits. Never thought I would relate to an urchin in my life. But here I am relating to an urchin, right? Sea grapes! So good, that's something new. Yes, I got some sea grapes. Can't let these go sour. Let me just take them off the list. Very good. Fantastic. Now I need to head over to the corner, see if there's anything in the corner. Nope, there's nothing in that corner. No worries. Up here. What are you? What are you? Another sea star. That's okay. I just realized I didn't really empty my pockets as much as I should have. We've only got 4 spots left. As long as I don't get rid of the sea grapes though, that's okay. I need to hold on to those sea grapes. So, ooh, lots of bubbles and moving quickly. What size are you? Oh my god, could this be a Giga's giant crab? Is that what, Giga's giant clam, sorry, is what I'm talking about. Could this be? Could you imagine? Because I think that they're pretty rare. So let me just come up on it. And let's go for it. I feel like that's not... It is. It is. Oh. That's amazing. I am so stoked with that. That is so freaking good. Thank you so much. Because I hunted and hunted and hunted for that last time I went diving. And now I've got it. That's so good. Because I think that they're kind of rare and so pretty, right? I mean, I don't kind of like how it's got things that were pulsing inside it. That gives me kind of the heebie-jeebies a bit, but it's really pretty and they sell for a really decent amount, but I have to donate this one. But yes, I got a Giga's giant clam. It's kind of a big deal. You're not wrong. Now, do I want this to be the thumbnail for this video? I'm just trying to think. Maybe I do. I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it in my nose because I got so excited. This is the thing. I need to tell you about this because I want to know if this happens to anyone else or if it's just my body doing weird things, right? Is it going away? I think the sneeze is going away. Anyway, I'm just going to write on my list that this may potentially be the thumbnail for this video, okay, my friends? Let me just write that in my notes so that I don't miss out. Cool. Right, thank you so much for that. Let me tell you about weird things that might be just a me thing happening in my body, but I would really like to know if it's also something that happens in your body. When I get really excited about something very, very quickly, I'll have like a sneezing fit. I don't know why it happens. It's weird. It's strange. That thing was also moving very fast. Is that a gazami crab? What a successful night we are having at diving, my friends. That is, in fact, a gazami crab, yes. I got a gazami crab. What a gripping find. And all of a sudden, I only have 4 sea creatures that are available to be found. Fantastic. We're having a great time. I'm taking this as a good omen that we're going to find this firefly squid, right? I'm taking it as a good sign. But please let me know if it's like, it's hard to explain. It's like, it's not if I get surprised about something. It's not like that. But say like, I don't know, sometimes when I get up in the morning and I'll be laying in bed and I'll be just like chilling. And then all of a sudden I'll decide that I'm ready to get up for the day. So I like spring up out of bed, full of energy, ready to go for the day. And then all of a sudden, I'll just have a sneezing fit because I got too excited about going to face the day. I don't know. Or if I'm listening to music, and this happens to me all the time because I love music, I listen to music all the time, and I'm just like really passionate about the music that I'm listening to, and so I get really excited because I'm listening to music I'm really passionate about, and then I'll just have a sneezing fit. I don't know why it happens. I'm going to let that go because I don't have space in my pockets. But please let me know. Does your body do anything weird like that? Or is it just me? I wouldn't be surprised if it was just my body doing weird things. I would like to know why it happens. It's very strange. And I can't explain it. But at the same time, it's kind of also nice because it's like, yeah, I was really excited about whatever that was going on, right? And that's nice. That's very nice. I'm going to let this go too. All right. Well, so far we're like 21 minutes into this episode, right? Well, actually probably a bit longer because of the Here's What You Missed on Sezurbia. And we're doing pretty well. I've caught the bug that I needed to catch. I haven't caught the sea creature yet. But I'm doing well considering. If I could complete every single sea creature that is available right now, that would be so good. I would love to keep on top of them, the sea creatures that are available now. That's an abalone. Yes. Oh, it's a mussel, sorry. It's a mussel. Oh my goodness, we are doing so well, my friends. It's been working out. Wowee. I will absolutely be swapping this for something. Let's swap it. Let's swap it with the acorn barnacle. Okay. And then there were 3 things that I needed to catch. Ooh. Nook miles. For underwater understudy. Look at that. For filling out the Critterpedia. We have 30 sea creatures in our Critterpedia. Crushing. Crushing, my friends. Very good. Alright, let's see. What else can we get? Can we get the other 3 things? It's an abalone, a tiger prawn, and a firefly squid. Let's do it. This one's tiny. It's an acorn barnacle. That's okay. I'm gonna let it go. Just gotta let it go, my friends. Alright. What have we got up here? Are acorn barnacles going to be the new sea cucumbers? Are sea cucumbers out of season now? I want to check that actually, because I will be very relieved if I don't have to see a sea cucumber for a long time. Let's just check that out right quick, okay? Let's just check it out. Where are the sea cucumbers? Ah, there. I should know it. They're out of season. What a relief. I am actually relieved about that. Very. I feel like I just want to... This is tough. This is tough. I want to talk to you about my Christmas work party that I just went to. Because I'm not a super social person. I'm pretty shy. And I'm a bit of an introvert. And my social battery gets drained very quickly. And I'm not going to tell you where I work or what I do for my job outside of YouTube. But, this wasn't on my list. Is this the Firefly Squid? Is this the Firefly Squid? This was on my list if it's the Firefly Squid. Have we just done it? Shut up. My friends, we have officially caught everything I needed to catch for December, and I've been recording for 24 minutes. I am having a fantastic day. Between the Christmas party I just went to and this, wowee, my friends. So good. Anyway. Oh, I didn't even read what the message said. Anyway, you will have read it. I'm sure it was a good one. Anyway, I will definitely be swapping this too. For the sea anemone, thank you. We'll release that one. Okay, so I now officially have 2 sea creatures that are available. They don't have to be caught tonight, but they're just available. So while we're diving, we may as well just see. Anyway, back to my job. So I work in an industry that's very common, and my job is very common. And I've been working at this job for like 11 years, right? So it's not like I'm new to the company or anything. But I didn't really go to like the Christmas parties. Last year was actually the first year that I went to a Christmas party, just because I was really shy and really introverted, and I just didn't really feel like I would be comfortable. You know, used to be some people that worked at my company that I work for that I wasn't super comfortable with. But over the last couple years, we've had some changes in the team that I work with, and we've got I feel really, really fortunate to say that I work with a really great group of people. And I finally got the courage up last year to go to my first Christmas party, and it was really nice. It was really fun. But I've mentioned it here a couple times, and even just in Sezurbia, talking about how I want to go with more of a gothic look, because that's very much, I identify with that. I don't know if I would label myself as goth, but I like elements of gothic fashion and of gothic like furniture and gothic look, right? And I kind of label myself as an alternative person. And when it comes to showing that side of myself to people, I don't really, because I am very used to I grew up kind of being bullied for how I looked and what I was wearing and liking the music that I liked. And so it kind of shied me away from ever sharing that with people that I didn't know very well. And so when I went to the Christmas party last year, you know, I dressed a little bit alternative, but I didn't go all out like this. I didn't even do like my big wings and my big lashes, which you guys know they're a staple for me at this point. But I did like a very, very basic version of me last year, and that was fine. But this year, I decided, you know what? I work with a pretty great team of people, and I don't think that they would judge me for wearing what I wear or looking like I do or liking what I like. And so I decided to go a little bit all out. If you want to see a full reveal of what I'm wearing, maybe I'll chuck a picture on screen so I can show you exactly what I looked like tonight. And I mean, this still isn't like 100% what I would wear, but you know, the leather jacket is kind of a staple. I love this necklace. It's beautiful. And I'm wearing my big wings and my big lashes, and I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to do that. Because, you know, I work with this great team of people. I don't think they would judge me, and maybe they actually would like to get to know me better as a person, and this is a big way in how I express myself. What I wear and how I look is a big way of me expressing myself, and so I decided to just go for it. And the amount of compliments that I got on how I look tonight, I can't even begin to express. And it was a shock to me. Like, I didn't think that they were going to be like, oh my god, you look awful. But I didn't also think that they were going to be like, oh my god, you look amazing. And a lot of them did. And that was just, I guess, reaffirming what I already knew, that I am very lucky to work with a great group of people. But yeah, it just was really nice. And it's something that I'm not used to. Like I said, used to being judged for wearing what I wear and how I look. So it was really nice. And I feel very fortunate to be able to work with such a wonderful group of people. Anyway, that's just got me feeling some good vibes. And then tonight has also got me feeling some good vibes. I just also wanted to say, I hope that you guys out there can also say the same about people that you know or that you work with. Because I know what it's like to be judged for how you look. It's not nice. Judged for being yourself. This is a judgment-free zone. You be you. And I be me too. And we're just here for fun. So yeah. Oh, where is it? Oh, I was right on top of it. Okay. Okay, well, so far, I mean, look, we've still got plenty of time, right? Because it's still early. But I did want this to maybe be just over an hour's episode, just because it is a little bit later at night. That's why I'm talking quietly tonight. Because it's a little bit later than I would normally be. But we do... Just realised I went into the wrong thing over here. Have 2 abalone tiger prawn. Do I go back for those bubbles? I'm going to go back for those bubbles. It has been kind of hard. Like I said before, growing up and being kind of teased for how I look. Like, I was an emo kid in the 2000s, and back in the day, that was something that was a challenge. People didn't like that. Unless you were also emo, and then we loved it, right? But people who didn't identify with that saw it as strange, you know, it wasn't a good time. For me, anyway. Maybe it was for you if you were. I hope it was for you if you were. But, that feeling of knowing that I probably will be judged for how I look, it took me a really, 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 really long time to move past that. Like, I didn't even used to share my full self on YouTube. It wasn't until a couple years ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago, that I started wearing more alternative looks on camera and started going bigger with my makeup because I love this look. So yeah, it's taken a lot of work on myself to realize that actually the issue was not me at all. It was never me. It was the people that were saying all the horrible things. They had issues. It wasn't me that had issues. They were just taking their issues out on me because I was different. And I wasn't afraid to express myself until they made me afraid to express myself. Anyway, that's just that on trauma. And we worked through it, and we realized that actually I was fine. I was perfectly good. I was just being who I was and who I am. Just if you've ever been through that. I don't know why I'm getting so deep about this. I don't know. I guess I'm just feeling the good vibes. And feeling very fortunate that things are different now for me. And that I feel very accepted by the people, by my peers and people in my life. I hope that if you've ever been through that as well, that you understand that you weren't the issue. It wasn't you. It was everyone else. And I know it's cliche, like you hear about the bullies who were insecure in themselves, so they took their insecurities out on the people they were bullying. I know that that is a trope, but it can be true. Which is again why I say, if you've ever been bullied for anything, the issue is not you, I promise. And you are amazing, just the way you are. I wanted to sing that louder, but then I remembered that it's like 10 past 10 at night. And I shouldn't sing that loudly. Anyway. Oh, do I go back for the bubbles? I'm gonna go back for the bubbles, it's fine. Also, I should just mention as well. I mentioned leather jacket, but faux leather, okay? I don't do real leather. This is faux leather. I got it from ASOS. I got it recently from ASOS because the faux leather jacket that I had, I didn't take very good care of it. It's totally my own fault, and it was just, the faux leather was just peeling off of it, so I had to finally get rid of it, and I got a new one from ASOS, not sponsored, but ASOS is really good for this kind of thing, so faux leather, and it's so cute. It's got like the classic traditional leather jacket look with like the studs that you can pin open. I really want to get, oh, ow, 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 pin on. Thank you. Sorry, just like digging that into myself. I really want to get some pins, like badges of, I've actually got one coming, of like my favorite bands and like stick them on. Because like, I love this jacket. It's so nice. And it's lined on the inside. Like this pink lining. Also my dress. This is a dress. You will have seen it in the photo. That was on screen before. I got it from Black Milk. Black Milk is an Australian company. Again, not sponsored, but boy oh boy do I love Black Milk. Back when, I don't know if I've mentioned that here actually, but I mean, you guys know I have a main channel, Sezrawrr Sims, but before Sezrawrr Sims, I had another YouTube channel where I used to do plus size clothing hauls because I am plus size. I've lost a little bit of weight. I've lost 25 kilos over the last year and a half, but before I lost any weight, I did plus size clothing hauls, and Black Milk was one of the companies that I found through making those videos, and they are so good. I mean, they're very pricey, but their stuff is really high quality, and they do some of the cutest stuff. They do like licensed collaborations with like Mario, and they've just done with Fallout. They've done ones in the past for like Friday the 13th. They do an amazing Halloween range of clothing, and if you're into that kind of pop culture stuff or just anything that has like a unique and eclectic print, I highly recommend Black Milk. And they are an Australian company. They're not a big franchise company either. It's just a small-ish company out of Brisbane, Australia. Not sponsored. But I would just love to give a good recommendation to you if that's the kind of thing you're after. Also, I guess I've just kind of done a shop my look thing. I am feeling a little bit unsure though. Oh, what's this? This is new? Is this an abalone? This might be an abalone. Well, it's not going to be a tiger prawn, is it? So it must be the abalone. I got an abalone. Why do I want a sandwich now? Fantastic. That means we've only got one sea creature left to catch. And it doesn't even have to be caught by the end of December. It's a tiger prawn. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Feeling a little bit unsure because I'm wearing a new foundation tonight. And I feel like it looks good in person. I'm not sure how it looks on camera. Do I look like extra shiny tonight? I can't tell. I can't really tell at the moment. I'm going to swap this. Absolutely. I nearly let it go, but I don't want to do that. I will let the sea star go. So I'm just not sure. I'll have to wait and look back at this footage and decide whether this foundation is going to be good for camera or not. Just people who wear makeup things, right? Pascal. Where are you, Pascal? What is moving behind us? Behind my head? What is that that's moving? Behind my character's head. What is moving? Where is Pascal? Is it because I can't fit it in my pockets? Oh, I feel bad. Well, I'll let it go, I suppose. Oh, it's the palm tree leaves that are moving behind my head. It scared me. I might just, while I'm here, I'm going to go and run some of the things that I have to donate home really quick. That hermit crab just scared me. Just because if I want to see Pascal, and if I couldn't see Pascal then because I didn't have any space in my pockets, well, then I'm going to empty my pockets so that maybe we could see Pascal. So I'm just going to go empty my pockets a little bit of the things that need to be donated, and that will also just make me feel better to know that I'm not going to accidentally replace the things, right? Let me just place that one, and then we'll scooch it over. All right. Yes, that can go just on top. Look at that. Wow, I didn't think it would actually place like that, but I should have known that it would. That's cool. I'll go with the Gigas Giant Clam next. I still can't believe that we got that. Oh, it's a big one. A big one. Sea grapes on top. And then over here, I'm going to put the Gazami crab. And then, oh, actually, maybe I won't because it's a big one too. Maybe I'll put the firefly squid up there. Okay, it's also a big one. That's fine. Let's put down the Gazami crab here. And I think that's all that's new. Yeah, we've got those things. Yes. Oh, no, the mussel. Can't forget the mussel, my friends. Okay, so now we should be right to go. Oh, I'll just drop some other things that I have in my pockets. Because now I've only got one thing left. I'm kind of determined to get everything. I may as well just keep going until I get it right. I may as well. Let me just drop these extra things. I still can't believe Huck gave me a fake piece of art. Anyway, I'm going to throw that away. I don't know if villages can give you real art though. Because I've been gifted art before, but I think I was gifted something that was genuine actually. But it was one that was always genuine. I think I got gifted the fame... Oh no. It must have been Starry Night. The version of Starry Night, the twinkling painting. I think I was gifted that by a villager on Sezurbia. Yeah, that should be enough room to keep going. Hopefully we will catch a tiger prawn with what space I have left in my pockets. I forgot what we were looking for a second. Let's get back in, my guys. Back to where we were. Sorry, just looking at something real quick. We are getting pretty close to Christmas, my guys, which means we are getting pretty close to Toy Day. I love Toy Day in Animal Crossing. It is such a cute little event, so you know I will be doing a dedicated episode to the Toy Day event. That happens, the event itself happens on Christmas Eve. So that episode will probably come out just after Christmas. Okay, well this isn't going to be... Oh, it's another Gazami crab. Well, thank you so much. The tiger prawn that we are looking for is a small shadow size and it moves at a medium pace. So at least it won't be super hard to catch if I do find it, right? It's just a matter of whether the game is going to let us find it. Which, going off how the rest of this episode has been, I think maybe it will let us find it. Is this something big that's moving very fast? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're on the chase, my friends. We are on the hunt. What are you? What are you? A lobster. Nice. What is over here? Sea grapes. Nice. So, because we've got less than 2 weeks to go, let me know what you guys do for the holidays. Do you celebrate Christmas? I celebrate Christmas. And it's very exciting for me because I have a 3-year-old niece. And it's pretty wonderful. It's the excitement. She wrote a letter to Santa today. It was very cute. And it's just like the magic. Like, I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite holidays. Like, Christmas and Halloween are it for me. I am very much the Nightmare Before Christmas personified. Like, I love the spooky, but I love the Christmas. So, it's always been fun, and Christmas is great, and like, you grow up and Christmas is great, but then it's something else entirely when you get to experience it with someone who gets to experience that magic and who you get to create some of that magic for. It's the best. And my mum and I have actually partaken in a bit of a DIY for a Christmas present for my niece. I'm kind of hoping that sometimes my sister watches my videos. I'm kind of hoping she's not watching the Animal Crossing series right now. I don't know if she does. If you do, hi. Could you maybe not watch this bit of the video with your daughter around, please? I don't want to spoil it for her. So, my niece knows that she's getting a dollhouse for Christmas. And it's like a wooden dollhouse, right? It's not a massive one, but it's a fairly decent. It's 3 levels. I think there's like 6 rooms in it, including an attic. And it's really pretty. But it was very basic looking. It was just all white, and it had like a grey roof, and it had a grey front door. And then the rest, like all of the trims on it, like it's got some verandas, and it's got like window frames and stuff, but they were all just like pine wood. They weren't painted. They were just the colour of the pine wood, right? So my niece knows she's getting this dollhouse for Christmas, but she says to my mum when she found out she was getting a dollhouse, does it have a pink roof? It did not have a pink roof. Now it has a pink roof because my mum and I decided that, yeah, we're going to make it have a pink roof. But not only are we going to make it have a pink roof, it's also going to have pink veranda and pink window frames and pink front door. It's pink and white. We've done like 2 different shades of pink, so it's like accenting colors, so it's not all just like one big slob of pink. But we've decided to make it a bit of a project, and we're even going to... I used to be a scrapbooker when I was in my teenage years and into my early young adult life. I would do scrapbooking. I don't really have the time for it anymore, but I still have a lot of the scrapbooking supplies that I was using for my scrapbooking, just in case I do decide that I want to get back into it one day. And in that, I have a lot of the paper that I was using for my scrapbooking. And so we're going to be wallpapering the inside of the dollhouse as well, and each room is going to have different wallpaper with my scrapbooking paper. It's a project. Pascal. Thank you, Pascal. That's what I wanted to see. I got a scallop, it ought to be savoured. Let's just chat with Pascal and then I'll get back to talking about the dollhouse. Sorry, just the island theme. I didn't hear that through Pascal before. Because it all sounds different when you talk to everyone with the different like sounds that they use to do the island theme. So that was really cool just to hear that from Pascal's point of view. Nice. Anyway, let's see. Hey man, about that scallop of yours, can I have it? What truth is going to lay on us today? Sure, here you go, my guy. Whoa, thanks for your generosity, man. You're so welcome, my guy. Since you were cool, I left you something you'll dig. While I'm at it, let me lay some truth on you, the deep kind. Feel this. Rocks are the oysters of the land. It's simple, but it does blow your mind. Wrap your noodle around that. Yep, today is a good day. You're not wrong. I agree 100%. I've had a really good day. Even though I went to work at my job this morning, very early. Because I work mornings, but I still had a good day. Topped off by the Christmas party. And topped off even more by having such success in Animal Crossing. Anyway, back to the dollhouse. So we've done all of the painting. So like the roof is pink. It has like little dormer windows that attach to the roof and they're pink, and like the roofs of them are pink. And then all of the window frames, all of the balconies, I had to do the balconies, and they've got like circular poles. Like the balcony the railings on the balcony. I couldn't remember the word railings for a second there. I was like, the thing that stops you from falling off the balconies. The railings, right? They've got little circular, and it was so hard to get my paintbrush in there to paint them. I ended up using cotton buds. It was very helpful. But all the painting is done. So it's pink and then it's white. We did some touches up of the white as well. But now we're pretty much just up to doing the wallpaper. And it's exciting. We're having a great time with it. It's a bit of a bigger project than my mum and I thought it was going to be, but we hope she's going to absolutely love it. Even if she doesn't, we do. We do. And this is what I mean about, like, the things that you do to create that magic for the little ones, right? Just a bit extra, a bit of fun. Another scallop for us this time. But I can't carry anything else. I was sort of hoping I would have catched this tiger prawn by now. Anyway, it's all good. Right. What's something else I can talk to you about? I guess maybe on, I think I've mentioned it briefly before, but talking more about, like, liking what I like music-wise and, like, fashion-wise and stuff. I think I mentioned it in the episode where I talked about the music, the concerts I've been to and the music I like and stuff. But, I was in a band in high school. Not, like, anything crazy, don't get it twisted. It wasn't anything amazing. We never wrote our own songs or anything. We were essentially just a cover band. But, my friends and I, yeah, we were in a band, and this was in high school, and it got to the point with us where sometimes the school would need like a musical act to like perform at a whole school assembly in front of all of the other students, which our school was a pretty big school. There was over 1,000 students at my school. And so if ever they needed that, we would do that. Or like sometimes there would be like, we'd have an open night. The school would have an open night for future prospective students to come with their families to look at what the school would offer, the programs that the school would offer. And this is high school that I'm talking about, by the way. So we're all just a bunch of teenagers. But for the music department, we did the open night a couple times, played the open night. We just played like covers of songs, right? It was fun. But, yeah, we were kind of known in high school for that. And like if they needed someone to do a musical performance at like a short notice, they would call on my band. It sounds really like big and deep when I say it like that, but we were literally just 4 teenagers who liked playing music. And I was the singer because I used to sing all the time. I mentioned that in the music episode, that I used to sing all the time. Like I would all the time be singing. So I was the singer, and we did covers. If you're probably not familiar. I don't know what kind of music you guys listen to, but if you listened to like emo stuff, or if you listened to alternative rock, our main song we would cover was a song called Face Down by the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. That was like our go-to song. We knew it back to front, and it was a super fun one for us to play. But we also did a cover of American Idiot by Green Day. We did All the Small Things by Blink-182. That was like, that was one of our first songs we did. So the funny thing was, I was like, oh, it's a vampire squid. Nice. Bob could have a friend. I'm not going to keep this one. Oh, I will keep it because it will sell for a good amount, but I'm not going to keep it as a pet is what I meant. Let me swap it with something. Sea Star, let's swap it with that. Oh, we got a pearl from Pascal. Thank you so much. Anyway, I was 14 when this band formed. I was in 9th grade. And we had... Originally, I wasn't going to be a part of this band, right? We had every morning during roll call, we would have like morning announcements. Like the head office would send out morning announcements to all the students, like, and they would get read after roll call. Like, here are the things that you need to know about what's going on this week in the school. And like, if there was certain events that students were putting on, they could have it be a part of the morning announcements. Oh, this one's moving very quickly. Is it going to be another lobster? Or is it going to be another Giga's giant clam? That would be pretty cool, but it's moving very fast. Anyway, so one morning I'm in roll call in the 9th grade. I'm 14. And this announcement gets put over through the bulletin is what it was called, the morning bulletin. And it was that tryouts were being held for the singer of a band. And if you were interested, you were to go to the music room at recess and audition. And I wasn't going to audition. I went purely with 2 of my friends who were auditioning for the band for moral support because they were nervous. And I said, yeah, no worries, I'll come with you. And then one of my friends was in this band. And he was like, Sarah, you should just sing for them. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really interested in being in a band, right? And he was like, just do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so I felt bad for my friends that auditioned, but I ended up being accepted into the band. But the thing was, I didn't know this at the time. But the reason that they'd put the announcement over the morning bulletin is that 2 days later, they were playing their first show. And I was like, oh, no worries. Luckily for me, the show that they were playing was somewhere very local to where I was living at the time, so it was fine. It was easy for me to get to. And it was on the weekend, so like it was fine. But we had essentially 2 days to get me in with them. They already knew the songs that we were playing, and I had to then work it out. And one of them I didn't even know. So there was 3 songs that we were playing, and it was just that we were going to be playing these same 3 songs on loop for an hour. That's what the show was. I say it like it's a big thing. It's not. When you find out what this show was, which I will tell that story in a second, it's really, really funny. But the songs were All the Small Things by Blink-182, which I did know. I knew it off by heart. That was fine. And American Idiot by Green Day I also knew off by heart, which was totally fine. But the one that I didn't know, and this might be one that surprises you, there was one song that I didn't know. I knew bits of it, but I didn't know all of the words. And it was Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. And I didn't know all the words. So I had to learn all of the words. And also be learning it with them. Like, we pretty much didn't really have any time to rehearse or anything. It was very, like, last minute thrown together, but it was fine. It ended up working out. It was all good. So, cut to 2 days later, where we're going to this show. It's so dumb that I'm even calling it a show because it's not a show when I tell you what this is even a thing for, right? It was a local church was having like a little carnival day, like a church fete kind of day, like an FETE, fete kind of day, where there was like activities, like kids could get their face painted, and it was all like raising money for the church, which I am not particularly religious. I have no judgment towards those who are, but I've just never found religion to be something that is of interest to me personally, okay? So I think it was the same for all of my friends, who I only had one friend at the time in the band, but it didn't take long for me to become friends with the others in the band as well. So it was totally fine. But we were this group of 14 and 15-year-olds dressed in all black because we were all emo kids with our emo hair playing American Idiot by Green Day, Blink-182, All the Small Things, and Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana at a church. And that's not even the craziest thing about it, right? So we're setting up, and this little elderly lady, she's like in her 80s or something, comes over, and she says to me, because I guess maybe I looked the most approachable of the 4 of us, right? She says to me, oh, we're going to put an announcement over the PA for people to come and watch you guys play. Does your band have a name? And yes, our band did have a name, and it was incredibly cringy. So incredibly cringy. Our guitarist came up with it, and it's really cringe. So I told this little elderly lady the name of our band, and she repeated it back to me to make sure she got it right. And I said, yes, that's right. That's what it is. And so she goes to the PA, and this announcement comes over that says, today at the front of the church, we've got a local band playing some songs. So if you want to check out some live music, go and check out Anesthetic Valentine at the front of the church. Our band name was Anesthetic Valentine. How cringe is that? And this little 80-something-year-old lady was saying that over the PA, and every time I think about that, it just gives me the giggles. But that was the first time I ever sang in front of other people to an extent. Like, I'd never, like I'd been singing here and there in class, but this was before I was singing in class all the time, right? Like, I hadn't gotten that comfortable, but once I started singing with this band, it unlocked the confidence for me in singing and just, like, the passion in it for me. And that's when I started singing in class all the time. So yeah, I was in band. And then, oh my god, do you want to know some tea with it though? Oh, it's so teenage and so cringe, but some tea, right? So I started dating the drummer of the band. And he was a super nice guy. I'm sure he still is a nice guy. But I'd sort of never really been in a relationship before, and I sort of didn't really, like, it was new, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I ended up breaking his heart, and I feel really bad about that. But I realized sort of very quickly that I actually didn't think I was ready for a relationship. And so I ended up breaking his heart, and I still feel really bad about it because he was a really, really nice guy. And he ended up quitting the band, which was totally fair, totally valid. Don't blame him at all for that. But when he quit the band, the bassist then quit the band. And I broke up the band. But not all was lost. Because although we never were officially a band again, we still played our covers all the time together. Like, it didn't take long for us to just, like, get back to the way things were. Which, like I said, I still feel bad. Like, it's so teenage and stupid, but like kudos to the drummer for just being able to get over the heartbreak and put that aside and come together for the music, because like we had the most fun and we played so many shows at school, right, for like whole school assemblies and stuff. And it was so much fun. It truly was some of like the best times of my schooling life, was playing the songs with them. Another firefly squid. More like a glow. I didn't read the message again. I should have read the message again, but I did not. Anyway, I'm going to swap it for something because I have a feeling that will also sell for a decent amount of money. Sorry, weird hiccup. So yeah, that was something else about me, right? Anesthetic Valentine. Wowee. Super cringe. Although, that being said, I don't think I could have come up with a better name than that. And I shouldn't say that we didn't write our own songs, because we technically did write one. Okay? Because for music class, we actually were given an assignment to write an original song. And not just me, like, not just our group. Like, the whole class was given a task to write an original song and be able to perform it. It wasn't great. And it's, you know, I mean, it's just teenagers, right, doing it. But it's more so like I wrote the lyrics, but I did not know how to come up with like a melody to go with the music. It just wasn't great. I can still remember bits of it. It's funny. I'm not going to sing it to you. But I used to write, I guess they're kind of glorified poems, really. But I used to call them songs. I used to write songs a lot when I was a teenager. They used to come so easy to me. Like, I'd just think about something I wanted to write about, and all of a sudden, in like 20 minutes, I'd have a full poem, I guess, in song format. And I loved it. I loved it. I have a whole journal full of the songs that I wrote. I can still remember snippets of things that I wrote here and there. But when I became an adult, I all of a sudden just started struggling. I don't know if I was just taking it way too seriously or something, but all of a sudden I just couldn't write anymore. It was really sad. Until like, there was like one night like 2 years ago where I was going to bed. Like I'd literally just put my phone on charge and laid my head down on the pillow, and I had one line come into my head and I was like, oh, write that down. I like that. And so I quickly grabbed my phone and wrote down the lyric that had come into my head, the line that had come into my head. And I was looking at it, I was going, that's really cool. I wonder if, like, I hope I'll be able to do something with that. And then all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, I had another full poem in song formation. And that's the first time that that has happened since I was a teenager. And it's never happened again since. That was like 2.5 years ago. But the thing is, even when I was a teenager, I could write the words, but I don't play an instrument, so that makes things hard to begin with when writing music, right? When making songs, kind of need to have the music for it. But I also, even when I had the opportunity to have music, I could just never make a melody fit. I don't know. I just couldn't get that part. Do you want to hear a snippet of something that I wrote? Ooh. More like a glow swim squid is what the message says for the firefly squid. Nice. Okay. Can't believe I'm about to recite a lyric that I wrote to you. Oh my goodness. I'll go with one of the ones that I wrote as a teenager. And like, it's stupid because like, I wrote about like my love life as a teenager, which was very dramatic. I mean, isn't everyone's love life as a teenager when you're going through your first relationship and it's very intense? But my teenage love life was very dramatic in a lot of bad ways as well. But I wrote this lyric. Well, actually, it was a chorus, I suppose. I'll say the chorus. The song was called White Lace. That's what I called it. And the chorus, I cannot believe I'm about to share this with you right now. Was, this place holds nothing for me now. I'm just a waste of space. I have to leave before I'm found, because I'm only a disgrace. You left me there standing alone, gone without a trace. Just a ghost in this ghost town, dressed in her white lace. It's one of my favorite things that I wrote as a teenager. That's why I can remember it. Because I was like, that's cool. But I was never able to do anything with it. So it just lives in my head, and I think about it every now and then. And then the song that I wrote a couple years ago, it lives in my phone. And I read it every now and then. That one I can't share with you. It's a little spicy. Anyway, that is a glimpse into my creative mind as I was as a teenager. I think that we are not going to catch a tiger prawn. I was really hoping that we would, and I kind of need to skedaddle soon because it is late. I am tired. I've been awake for a long time because I had to get up early for work this morning. And I need to take off all of my makeup. And I need to get all the stuff off of my bed that I put on my bed when I was getting ready for my Christmas party and then I didn't pack up. So I can't even get into bed yet because there's just stuff all over my bed. My bed is right there, by the way. I've mentioned that before as well. Work and living space. Was that in this video or was that a main channel video? I can't remember. I really don't think we're going to catch a tiger prawn tonight. But look, we've caught so much. So much more than I thought I was going to be able to, right? But I think I am going to call it. And I do have to thank you for letting me talk to you about all of the things. We got a bit deep tonight. But that's a good thing. Gyroid fragment. My pockets are full. I forgot. I'll come back for that. I do have to come back into Animal Crossing tomorrow morning. I can't be bothered with that money spot. I planted a money tree tonight. It's fine. But tomorrow morning, I do have to come back in to buy turnips because we had such a low profit week this week. We didn't sort of make as much as I was hoping, so I'm going to need to continue playing the stock market and hope that maybe next week will be a better week. Let's just check out how far we are in the cornering the stock market Nook miles. Yeah, we're at 4.5 million. We've got to get to 10 million, so we're going to be playing the stock market for a few weeks yet. I was sort of hoping to not have to play the stock market for too much longer, but we are at the mercy of the stonks. All right? We're at the mercy of the turnips. I'm going to put all of these things in my... Oh, I don't know if I'll have enough space in the inventory actually to store everything. No, I've only got 4 spaces left in the inventory. You couldn't see that. It's behind my face cam. What am I going to put in the inventory? I mean, the pearl I can probably put in. I really sort of didn't want to have to do the next upgrade for the house yet. But maybe I can. Just so I can fit some things in storage. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and talk to Tom Nook really quick and just get the next upgrade for the house. Just purely so that we can get more storage. That is the only reason I have upgraded my house through this series, is so we could have more storage. It's so fine. But that means that tomorrow morning, if I do this now, then tomorrow morning we'll have the upgraded storage and I can put all those things in storage. Isabel's asleep. I don't blame her. It's 11:15. I would love to be asleep right now. I will be asleep soon enough, my friends. Ah, Sezrawrr. Hello, hello. This is the construction consultation counter. How can I help you? About my home is what I want to do. Time to talk about your home. What shall we discuss? I want to expand. Ready to expand your home? Why, with a hammer and some elbow grease, we can put a large one-room second story on your home. Is this going to be the upper floor? Nice. Of course, adding a whole new floor does entail heavy construction fees. I know. I'm dreading it's going to be over $1 million, isn't it? We'd be talking about a loan of 1,248,000 bells. Are you interested? Only because of the storage am I interested. Right. Yes, let's do it. Excellent. I'll get the construction started right away. Everything should be ready for you by tomorrow morning. So exciting. Exciting indeed. Thank you so much. Thank goodness we don't have to pay that loan off super quick, right? Anyway, it's all good. I do have bells. I could pay off that loan, but I just want to hold on to some bells because having bells is nice, right? I would like to have lots of bells. Anyway, I'm going to put what I can put into storage. And then we're going to call it, my friends. I still can't believe that we caught both of the December creatures I needed to catch. And then so many of the sea creatures. That is so good. That's it, I think. I don't think we can fit anything more. Yep, nope, that's 400. We are at our limit, my friends. Let me just move this. Cool. So, okay, not bad. I'm just having a look at the timing. So, with the Here's What You Missed on Sezurbia, which I actually haven't filmed yet. I will. Not right now. You'll probably you've already seen it. I don't know why I'm talking about it anymore. Anyway, should I get some sleep? I'll just lie down because I would like to get some sleep. But you guys, have I been flashing you the whole time? I'm so sorry. Anyway, that is another episode of Animal Crossing New Horizons, all done and dusted. A shorter one, like I said, but hopefully it's about an hour and a half for you, close to anyway. A lot of good stuff though tonight, and we had a lot of good chats. I love when we get to have the good chats. I hope you enjoyed the good chats. And with that being said, if you would like to see more of my Animal Crossing long play, if you'd like to see more of me, more of Sezurbia, then hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell next to it to let YouTube know that you really would like to see some more. And also, if you liked this video, hit the like button and let YouTube know that as well. And let me know too. Yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys are having a fantastic morning, noon, or night, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope that it is a great one. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.